नमस्कार बच्चों। हिंदी व्याकरण कक्षा 3 के पहले पाठ में हम आज जानेंगे भाषा और व्याकरण। तो सर्वप्रथम हम भाषा को समझेंगे। भाषा क्या है? तो जैसा कि सबसे ऊपर लिखा हुआ है, भाषा वो साधन है जिसके द्वारा हम अपने भाव या विचार लिखकर या बोलकर दूसरों के सामने प्रकट करते हैं तथा दूसरों के भाव या विचार स्वयं समझते हैं। बच्चों, इसका अभिप्राय यह है कि भाषा के द्वारा हम अपने मन के अपने विचारों को दूसरों पर प्रकट करते हैं और दूसरों के भाव और विचारों को भाषा के माध्यम से हम समझते हैं। तरीके दो होते हैं, एक तो बोल करके और दूसरा लिख करके। यदि भाषा नहीं होती तो हम अपनी बात दूसरों तक या दूसरों की बात हम खुद नहीं समझ सकते। भाषा मन के विचार और भावों को स्पष्ट रूप से प्रकट करने का सबसे सरल माध्यम है। इस बात को हम पुस्तक में दिए उदाहरण के द्वारा और अच्छी तरह समझ सकते हैं। यहाँ पर हमें दो चित्र दिखाए गए हैं, एक सेठ जी का और उनके सामने खड़े नौकर का। ध्यानपूर्वक देखिए, पढ़िए और समझिए। मालिक भाषा के माध्यम से जो वो बोलकर व्यक्त कर रहा है, उसके मन में एक विचार आया कि मैं रामदीन को अपने पास बुलाऊं। तो उसने कुछ शब्द प्रयोग किए कि रामदीन इधर आओ। मालिक ने भाषा के माध्यम से कहा कि रामदीन इधर आओ। रामदीन ने मालिक के भाव और विचारों को सुना कि मालिक मुझे अपने पास बुला रहे हैं। इसलिए रामदीन ने भाषा के ही माध्यम से कहा कि आया मालिक, मतलब मालिक मैं आ रहा हूँ। दोबारा मालिक ने कहा कि एक गिलास पानी लाओ। मालिक ने अपना भाव प्रकट किया कि मुझे एक गिलास पानी चाहिए। रामदीन तुरंत समझ गया और उसने भी भाषा के माध्यम से ही कहा कि जी मालिक, अभी लाया। मालिक ने कहा जल्दी लाओ, मुझे बहुत प्यास लगी है। रामदीन ने कहा कि लीजिए मालिक। मालिक ने कहा लाओ, अब तुम जा सकते हो। ये बातचीत मालिक और उसके नौकर रामदीन के बीच वार्तालाप है। मालिक रामदीन को अपने पास बुलाता है भाषा के माध्यम से। रामदीन भी भाषा के माध्यम से कहता है कि मैं आ रहा हूँ। फिर वो पानी मांगता है और रामदीन कहता है कि मैं ला रहा हूँ। मालिक ने कहा कि जल्दी लाइए। उसने कहा कि लीजिए मालिक, मैं तुरंत लाया। और फिर मालिक ने पानी लेकर कहा कि अब आप जा सकते हो। बच्चों, जैसा कि हमने सबसे पहले ऊपर पढ़ा था कि भाषा वो साधन है जिसके द्वारा हम अपने भाव या विचार लिखकर या बोलकर दूसरों के सामने प्रकट करते हैं। इस मालिक और रामदीन के बीच हुई बातचीत से हमें यह स्पष्ट हो गया कि यदि ये भाषा न होती तो मालिक को कहने में समय लगता और नौकर को समझने में समय लगता, लेकिन भाषा के माध्यम से मालिक ने कहा और उसके नौकर ने बात को आसानी से समझ लिया। सेठ जी व उनके नौकर रामदीन के मध्य बातचीत को बोलना, कहना, समझना, यही भाषा है। तो बच्चों हम यहाँ ये अच्छी तरह समझ लेंगे, जान लेंगे कि भाषा ही वो साधन है जिसके द्वारा हम अपने भाव या विचार लिखकर या बोलकर दूसरों के सामने प्रकट करते हैं तथा दूसरों के भाव या विचार स्वयं समझते हैं। भाषा के माध्यम से हम अपनी बातचीत दूसरों तक पहुंचाते हैं तथा दूसरों के विचारों को हम खुद भाषा के माध्यम से समझते हैं। यही भाषा है। तो हम सबसे पहले ये भाषा की परिभाषा याद करेंगे और अपनी कॉपी में भाषा की परिभाषा लिख करके इस परिभाषा को लिखेंगे और याद करेंगे। क्या लिखेंगे हम? कि भाषा वो साधन है जिसके द्वारा हम अपने भाव या विचार लिखकर या बोलकर दूसरों के सामने प्रकट करते हैं तथा दूसरों के भाव या विचार स्वयं समझते हैं। दूसरी चीज़ बच्चों, हम ये देख रहे हैं कि लिखा है बच्चे अपने परिवार अथवा माता से जो भाषा सीखते हैं उसे मातृभाषा कहते हैं। अभी हम बात कर रहे थे भाषा की, अब यहाँ पर दिया है कि मातृभाषा। मातृभाषा क्या है बच्चों? हम बचपन से ही अपने आसपास, अपने परिवार में अपनी माँ, अपने पिता, अपने भाई बहन, जो भी हमारे परिवार में सदस्य हैं, उनके माध्यम से जो भी शब्द, भाषा, जो कुछ भी सुनते हैं, वो भाषा हमारी मातृभाषा होती है। आगे अभी हम इस पर और बात करेंगे कि कौन कौन सी भाषाएं होती हैं, लेकिन यहाँ मातृभाषा लिखा हुआ है तो इसलिए ये जानना आवश्यक है कि मातृभाषा क्या है। मातृभाषा जो हम अपने परिवार से, माँ और पिता, भाई बहन या और भी जो भी हमारे परिवार के और समाज के लोग, आसपास आस पड़ोस के लोगों से जो भी भाषा हम सुनते हैं, सीखते हैं, समझते हैं, वो हमारी मातृभाषा होती है। अब यहाँ ये हेडिंग आप देख रहे हैं, भाषा के रूप। भाषा कितने प्रकार की होती है? भाषा के कितने प्रकार हैं, कितने रूप हैं, इस विषय में हम चर्चा करेंगे। मुख्य रूप से भाषा का प्रयोग दो रूपों में किया जाता है। भाषा के दो से अधिक भी रूप हैं, लेकिन मुख्य भाषा के दो रूप बताए गए हैं जो हमारे दैनिक जीवन में अधिकांशतः प्रयोग होते हैं। पहला रूप है मौखिक भाषा। एक बार पढ़कर समझ लीजिए। इसमें लिखा है जब हम मुख से शब्द या वाक्य को उच्चारित करते हैं मतलब बोलते हैं, करते हुए अपनी बात कहते हैं, तब भाषा के मौखिक रूप का प्रयोग करते हैं। रेडियो, दूरदर्शन, टेलीफोन और बातचीत की भाषा मौखिक भाषा होती है। जो कुछ भी हम अपने मुख से बोलते हैं, कहते हैं तथा दूसरों के बोलने पर, कहने पर हम सुनते, वो मौखिक भाषा का रूप होता है। अभी मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वो मेरी मौखिक भाषा है, और जो आप मोबाइल पर देख रहे हैं वो आपकी लिखित भाषा है। यानी मौखिक भाषा बोलकर व्यक्त की जाती है, और दूसरा रूप है लिखित भाषा, जो अगले पेज में मैं आपको समझाऊंगा। यहाँ हम ये अच्छी तरह समझ लेंगे कि मौखिक भाषा वो भाषा है जो बोलकर प्रकट की जाती है। कुछ उदाहरण दिए गए हैं। रेडियो में जो कुछ भी हम सुनते हैं वो मौखिक भाषा का रूप होता है। टेलीविज़न पर जो भी हम सुनते हैं, न्यूज़ चैनल्स पर न्यूज़ सुनते हैं, एंकर न्यूज़ को पढ़ते हैं, बोलते हैं, और हम उनकी भाषा को सुन करके समाचार को समझते हैं, वो मौखिक भाषा का रूप होता है। दूसरा है टेलीफोन पर बातचीत, ये भी मौखिक भाषा का रूप है। तो हम यहाँ ये अच्छी तरह समझ लेंगे कि मौखिक भाषा का मतलब बोलकर है, बोलने से है। वो खुद हम बोलें या कोई दूसरा बोले, हम बोलकर दूसरों से कहते हैं और दूसरों के विचार सुनते हैं। तो हमारे द्वारा कहे गए शब्द और दूसरों के द्वारा बोलने पर सुने गए शब्द, भाषा मौखिक भाषा का रूप है। बच्चों, जैसा कि हमने आगे देखा कि भाषा के दो रूप हैं, मुख्य दो रूप हैं। नंबर 1 लिखित और नंबर 1 मौखिक और नंबर 2 लिखित। भाषा के दो रूप हैं, मौखिक भाषा और लिखित भाषा। अब हम यहाँ जानेंगे लिखित भाषा क्या है। पहले हमने जाना कि मौखिक भाषा क्या है, अब हम जानेंगे कि लिखित भाषा क्या है। पहले एक बार पढ़ेंगे। मौखिक भाषा को जब किसी कागज आदि पर लिखा जाता है तो भाषा का यह रूप लिखित भाषा कहलाता है। मौखिक भाषा को जब किसी कागज और आदि का मतलब अन्य किसी वस्तु पर, जैसे व्हाइट बोर्ड होता है, अध्यापक शिक्षक जब आपको पढ़ाते हैं तो व्हाइट बोर्ड पर लिख करके आपको अपने विचार समझाते हैं, प्रकट करते हैं। तो व्हाइट बोर्ड पर लिखना भी लिखित भाषा का रूप होता है।
Good morning, students. I hope you all will be good. In previous class, we have done exercise 1.3 and we have done exercise 1.2 and 1.3. Now, today we will do exercise 1.4. Okay, students? I hope everyone has done your work. Exercise 1.1, exercise 1.2 and exercise 1.3. Okay, students? You can see exercise 1.4. You can see exercise 1.4. Pause it and take a screenshot of exercise 1.4. Look at the book. pause it and take a screenshot. Question number 1, question number 2 and question number 3. Question number 1. Write the place value and the face value of the following. Okay, students? Write the place value and face value of the following numbers. Okay? Write the place of each digit. 9 is at ones. 2 is at tens. 5 is at 100. 3 is at 1000. Okay? 3529. Write the place value and the face value of the following. Okay? The place value of a digit depends on its position and the face value of a digit is same as the digit. It doesn't depend on position. Okay, students? What is the place of 9? 9 is ones. So how to find place value? Write numbers. 3529. Write the place 1, 10, 100, 1000. Okay? Nine is multiplied by its place. So what is the place of 9? Is ones. So 9 is multiplied by 1. So 9 1 ja 9. So what is the place value of 9? Is 9. Okay, student? Next digit. What is the right digit? 2. What is the place of 2? Is tens. So 2 is multiplied by 10. 2 10 ja 20. So what is the place value of 2? Is 20. Next digit. Write 5. What is the place of 5? 100. 5 is multiplied by 100 is equal to 500. What is the place of 3? What is the place of 3? Is 1000. 3 is multiplied by 1000. So we get 3000. So place value of 3 is 3000. Okay, students? We fill here on the book. Place value of 9, 2, 20, 5, 500, 3, 3000. Okay, students, you can see. We will find face value of given number. Okay, the face value of digit is same as the digit. It doesn't change on its position. The face value of 9 is 9. Face value of 2 is 2. Face value of 5 is 5. Face value of 3 is 3. Okay, students, understand everyone? Okay, students, next question. B. 5478 you can see here. Write the place of each digit. 8 is at ones place. 7 is at 10 place. 4 is at 100 place. 9 is 8,000 place. Okay, students. Same way we will do in next question. Number write the place 1, 10, 100, 1000. Okay, find its place value of each digit. Write 8. What is the place of 8? 1. 8 is multiplied 1 is equal to 8. Place value of 8 is 8. Write 7 here. What is the place of 7? Is tens. Write 10. 7 is multiplied by 10 is 70. Next digit. Write 4 here. 4 is multiplied by 100. 4 is multiplied by its place 100. 4 is multiplied by 100. 400. Okay, the place value of 4 is 400. Next digit. Write 5 here. Write its place 1000. 5 is multiplied by 1000. 5000. So place value of 5 is 5000. Okay, student. Place of 5 is 1000. Place value of 5 is 5000. Okay, students. We will fill here. We will fill here. Okay. 8. Place value of 8. Place value of 8 is 8. 7, 70. 4, 400, 5, 5,000. Okay, face value. Everyone know the face value of digit is same as the digit. The face value of 5 is 5, 4 is 4, 7 is 7, 8 is 8. Okay, students, everyone complete your work on your notebook. Do exercise 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and 1.4 on your notebook. All questions. Question number 2. You can see question number 2. Write the place value of each colored digit. Same question as question number 1. Okay, students, let's start question number 2. Write the place of each digit. Ones, tens, 100, 1,000. Okay. So what is the place of 7? Place of 7 is at ones. 7 is multiplied by 1. 7 1 ja 7. Okay, students. Question number 2. Write the place of each digit. 1, 10, in this question, we will find the place value of color digit. 100, 1,000. Okay, students. So, what is the place of 2? Is 1,000. So, 2 is multiplied by 1,000. 2,000. Okay, students. Next question. Question number C. Write the place. 1, 10, 100, 1,000. Okay. So what is the place of 2? Is at 100. 2 is multiplied by 100. 200. Okay, students. Next question. Question number D. Write the place of each digit. Ones, 10, 100, 1,000. What is the place of 4? Is 10. So 4 is multiplied by 10. 40. Okay, students. Write the place of 1, 10, 100, 1,000. So what is the place of 3? What is the place of 3? Is 1,000. So 3 is multiplied by 1,000. 3,000. Okay. Next question. Write the place of each digit. 1, 10, 100, 1,000. Place of 4 is 100. 4 is multiplied by 100. 400. Okay, students. Next question. Question number 3. Write the face value of colored digit. The face value of a digit is same as the digit. Okay, the face value of 3 is 3. Face value of 7 it is 7. Face value of 5 is 5. Face value of 2 is 2. Face value of 5 is 5. Face value of 1 is 1. Next question. Question number 4. Write in expanded form. In expanded form, we will write the number as the sum of place value of each digit. Okay, students. So write the place of given number. 9 is at ones. 8 is at tens. 7 is at 100. 2 is at 1000. Okay, students. So in expanded form, we will write the number as the sum of place value of each digit. Okay, students. So what is the place value of 2000? 2000. Place value of 7, 700. Place value of 8, tens, 80. Okay, place value of 1 is 1, 9 ones. Okay, students. Question number B. Write the place of each digit. 1, 10, 100, 1000. Okay. Write the place of each digit. So write the place value of each digit. What is the place value of 7? 7000. 6, 600. Tens, 20. Ones, 5. Okay. 7000. 600. 20. 5. Okay, students. Next question. Question number C. Write the place of each digit. 1, 10, 100, 1000. Okay, students. So what is the place value of 9? Is 9000. What is the place value of 6? 600. What is the place value of 7? 70. What is the place value of 3? 3 ones. Okay. Okay, students. 9000. We will write 9000 here. 673. Okay, students. Question number 5. Encircle the correct numeral. Okay, students. Okay, students. Encircle the correct numeral. 6,309 ones. Okay, student. 6,000. Okay, 309. This is 90. 39. 9. Encircle this number 6,309. Okay, students. Next question. 7,000. 7,000. Look at the book. 7,000. 7,000. 7,000. 2 tens. 2 tens. 2 tens means 20. This is called 200. 22. This encircle this number 7,020. Okay, students. See 9,800. 800s 2 ones. 9,000. 9,000. 9,000. 9,000. 800s. 800s. 800s 2 ones. This is 20. This is 2. 9,802. Encircle this number. Okay, students. Complete exercise 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and 1.4. All question on notebook. Understand, everyone? I repeat it. Exercise 1 to exercise 1.1 to exercise 1.4. Complete on your notebook.
Living thing feel. Living thing react to changes around them. We react to touch, heat, hear, cold and sound, as do other living things. It means like human beings, living things like animals and plants also react with the surroundings. If they feel heat, cold, light and touch, they can feel or they can show reactions. Underline hard word react. React means to act or to action. Plants cannot grow in the dark room. Animal also feel in winter. Frog and lizard sleep for a long time to avoid the cold. Cockroaches feel with their antennas. Dogs have a sharp sense of smell. It means plants cannot grow in the dark room because plant need sunlight to complete the process of making food like photosynthesis. Animal also feel. Animal also feel means if any animal feel hurt or injured, they can show reactions. Frog and lizard to save our body to the winter or cold, they can sleep for a long period. Cockroaches feel with their antennas. Every cockroaches have an antenna like this. This is the antenna of cockroach. They feel with the antennas. Dogs have a sharp sense of smell. We know that dogs working as a working in the police section for their sensing smell power, because dogs smell sharply. They have a sharp sense of smell. Living things move. Animal walk and run too. A dog wander here and there. A bird fly in the air. A fish can swim in the water. Like human being, animals also can move for the finding the food and for the protection. There are 3 types of movement: on the walk, fly and swim. Animal which have 4 legs, mostly they can move on the earth. Birds like sparrow, like pigeon, parrot, they can fly to move. And fish and water animal or aquatic animal can swim in the water. Most of the living things move on their own. We may think that some living things like plant cannot move. Most of the living things which are present on the earth can move by their own self. But plants cannot move. Plants show reactions, plants show movement, but they cannot move from one place to another place. It is true that plants do not move like us or animal, but we can observe the movement of the sum of the plant through their parts. I told you, plants cannot move from one place to another place, but they can show the reaction, they can show the movement on the place, not for the movement on the one place to another place. We have seen a sunflower, it turn its face toward the sun. We can also observe the movement of the leaves or touch me not plants when we touch it. There are 2 examples to show the movement of the plant. First is sunflower and the second is touch me not plant. Sunflowers can touch their faces toward the sun. It means movement of the sun. According to the movement of the sun, sunflower can turn their faces. Second is touch me not plant. If you touch the leaves of the touch me not plant, they can fall down. It means by the touching they can show movement. So we can say that plants can also show movement. Now, if we think about any non-living thing which can move, then we can think about the cars, buses or train. They can move, but still they are not living things. It is not necessary all the moving things are living things, because car and train also can move, but we cannot say they are living thing, because they cannot move on their own. They can only move with our help. Cars and trains cannot move by their own self. They can move by the human being, by the fuel. It means they can move by the help of others. They can move only through some external force. It means they can also move only through the some external means outsider. Okay, underline the word external means outsider. Outsider. It means by the other help, cars, buses, trains can move. Living things reproduce. It means living things can give birth to their baby. Okay? All the living things reproduce. Humans, animals and plants reproduce their own kind. Reproduction means reproduce their own kind. Humans and most animals give birth to the baby that are like themselves. Humans and animals give birth to the baby. It means like humans, dogs, cat, cow, they can reproduce their babies. We have seen a small this process is called reproduction. It means process of reproduce. This process is called reproduction. We have seen a small baby in a hospital. Do we know from where the small baby comes? If we seen a small baby in the hospital, the question in our mind, from where this baby come from? Who gave birth to him or her? It means in each mind the question will be create from where the baby comes, or who gave birth to the baby. Mother gave birth to him or her. Okay, all the baby reproduced by the mother, birth by the mother. A baby can either a boy or girl. It means the baby can boy or girl. Maybe you too were born as a baby. It means we also birth as a baby. Animal reproduce by giving birth to young ones. Dogs give birth to their young ones. A cow give birth to her calf. It means when the dogs give birth to the baby, this baby is called pup, and cow give birth to the baby, and the baby is called calves. A cat give birth to a kitten. It means kitten is a baby of cat. Most plants reproduce with the help of seed. Like humans and animals, plants also reproduce. Plants reproduce by the seed. This seed grow into a new plant. Some plants also give rise to new plant with the help of their roots, stem or leaf. It means plants can reproduce by the stem, root or leaves also. For example, rubber plant, money plant and sugarcane. It means like human and animal, plants can also reproduce. Mostly plants reproduce by the seed, but some plants can reproduce by root, stem or leaves. Living thing grow. All the living things show the growth. Do you remember how you looked when you were in nursery class? And how do you look now? Okay, just think about yourself. When you born, did you remember how you looked? No, you don't remember. But day by days, or month by month, or year by year, you look different. You were smaller, you had less hair and teeth, you weighted less. It means when you were small baby, you have less hair, you have less teeth, and your weight is very less. Okay, you have also probably seen picture of your parents when they were young, your age, and you can also see the picture of your parents when they were children. They have changed quite a bit since then. It means they also changed. That is because our living things, they grow as they get older. It means after some time, when they will older, and there are so many changes in their body, like hairs, like teeth, like the shape of the face and shape of the hand, and all the body parts can show growth. People are not the only things that grow. Not only people can grow, plants grow from seed to full grown tree. Plants can also show growth. When when plant is small, it has small leaves, small stems, and maybe no fruit. Okay, but when they grow as a full grown tree, they have full of the leaves, fruits, flowers and stronger stem. Living thing die. When the things is born, they can also die. Everything which is born in the earth, it also die. It also will be die. all the living things get old and die. All the living things means plants, animals and human. They get old and die. All the living things like human, animal, plants live for a short or a long time. It means all the living things can live for a short time or long time maybe. They all grow, become old and finally die. They can grow but finally they can die. A human live long while different animal have a different lifespan. It means not all the animal live for the same period. Some animal live for a long time and some animal live for the short time. Such as a dog live for about 12 years. Plants also have a different lifespan. It means dog can live maximum 12 years. After 12 years, they can die. Plants also have a different lifespan. It means some plants grow for a smaller period and some plants grow for the longer period. Like people live very long time. Plants and animal in the environment. It means what is the role of plant and animal in our environment and what are the importance of the plants and animal in our environment. Plants and animal interact with each other in the environment. Plants and animal depend on each other. Interact means show relation. Or we can say related. Plants and animal are related with each other. They also interact with the environment itself. The plants and animal depend on each other. How can we say plants and animal depend on each other? Because plant need carbon dioxide to complete the process of photosynthesis, which they get from the animals or environment, and they give oxygen to the animals. Animals also eat plants like herbivores animal, cow, buffalo, goat, horse, donkey. These animals are dependent on the plant, and plants also depend on the animal for the carbon dioxide. So we can say that plants and animal interact or related with each other. Animal and human depend on plant. Animal need food, protection and shelter. Animal and human also depend on each other because animal need food, protection and shelter. Human also need food, protection or the shelter. Here are some points to show the dependence on the animal and humans. First, plants are used as a source of food. It means some human beings eat animal as a food, like carnivores, or not carnivores, non-vegetarian people eat animals like chicken, mutton and fishes. So they are depend on the animal for their food. Second, they can be used as for the shelter. Some human beings tame the domestic animal and they provide the shelter for the animal. They provide shade for protection from the hot sun. It means shelter is protected animals from the hot sun and cold wind also. Next point, humans use plant for fuel. We also use plant to make clothes, dyes and medicine. We can use plants in many ways. We can use wood for the fuel as a fuel. We can use trees for the making papers, dyes, and we can use some small shrubs and herbs as a medicine. Next, we also obtain rubber required for the tire, wiring, seeds, etc. from the plants. We can get the rubber from the rubber tree, which are used for the wiring, seeds, and making tires. Animals and humans depend on the plants and animal for their food. Animal and humans directly depend on the plants because animal get the food from the plants, and human being also, most of the food come from the plants. In the food chain, some animals eat other animal. Humans also use animal as a source of food and clothing. In the earlier time, there is no clothes, no shelter or no food, so the early man used the animal skin for cover their body. Nowadays, today also animal use for the food. Non-vegetarian people can eat animals as a food like chicken, egg, fish, mutton. These are the food product for the non-vegetarian people. And animal is a big source of food, and you can see the food chain. Small animal are eaten by the big animal. Suppose deer can eat grass and tiger can eat deer. Okay. Plants get the energy from the sun, and deer can get the energy from the plants. Tiger can get the energy from the deer. So this chain is called food chain. They depend on each other for their food. So it become a chain which is called food chain. So our lesson is finished now. Now lesson in short. It means let us see whatever we learn in the lesson in short. All animal and plant are living things. We can say animal and plants are living things because animal and plants both things can grow, need food, need shelter, need food, need oxygen to breathe, or can show growth. So these are the living things. Paper and wood were once part of living tree. It means paper and wood are the once living things. All the living things exchange gases with their environment. It means we take oxygen and release carbon dioxide, and plant take carbon dioxide and release oxygen. Most of the living things move on by their own. Not all the living things move on their own, because plants cannot move by their own. Only human beings and animal can move by their own. Humans and animals, plants reproduce their own kind. This process is called reproduction. By the reproduction, humans, animals and plants can reproduce by their own kinds. Animals and humans depend on the plants and animal. Animal and human depend on the plants and animal for what? For their food. Animal eat grass. Human being also eat some plants for their food. So your lesson is finished now. Now your homework is read the lesson again properly, find the hard words and their meaning, and write on the textbook by the pencil. Morning student, we have completed reading and explanation of the lesson with hard words. Now it's time to do the exercise. Exercise A, write right or wrong for the following statement. First, fossils are the remains of once living things. Animals. Yes, fossils are the remains of once living animal. I have explained you, so this is right. We take in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. No, it is wrong, because we take in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. This statement is wrong. Living things do not need food. Wrong. Living things need food. Plants grow from seed to full grown trees. Yes, this is right statement. Next, some plants like a peepal tree lives very short. No, I have explained you. People is live for very long time. This is wrong statement. So it was your right or wrong. Next exercise. Choose and write the correct option. Things that are created in nature are called natural things. Things which do not grow, move or respond are called non-living things. We know that non-living things do not grow, move or respond. Third, insects like cockroaches breathe through their tiny air holes called spiracles. Fourth, humans and most animals give birth to babies that are like themselves. Fifth, plants and animals interact with each other in the environment, not in the forest, not in the water. Plants and animals interact with each other in environment. Exercise C. Answer the following question. We will see later on. First, we do exercise D. Exercise D is like a activity. It means you have to look at the pictures and identify which is living or which is non-living. Look at the picture, write living or non-living under each picture. First, tree. Tree is living. Butterfly, living. Cloud, non-living, because cloud do not need food, do not need water, cloud do not grow. That is why cloud non-living. Piece of cake, non-living. Blue whale, living. Cat, living. Balloon, non-living. Baby, non-living. So we have complete exercise D, which was so simple. Thinking question. Thinking question, you have to give the answer in very short. Just think about that and give the answer. How do plant breathe? Plant breathe through stomata. Second, when you ride a bicycle, it moves. It is a living thing. Why? It means, first of all, you have to tell bicycle is living or non-living. If it is living, you also have to explain why, and non-living, why. Okay, the answer is no. Cycle is not a living thing because cycle cannot grow, breathe and respond. That is why cycle is non-living thing. Now, it's activity time. Here is an activity which have to done by yourself. First of all, look at your surrounding. Surrounding, it means your surrounding your home or your classroom, and just make a list of living and non-living things. You have to write the name of living things and non-living things. Okay, this is your activity and you have to do. Now, Chapter first, word meaning. Write down these word meaning in your notebook. Now, first word is man-made things. Means things that are made by people. Second, ahead. Means forward. Next, natural things. Natural things means things that are created by nature. Next word is fossil. Fossil is remains of once living things. Next word is tiny. Tiny means very small. Next word external. External means outsider. Next, interact. Interact means connected. Next, react. React means to express. The last word is stomata. Stomata means small openings of leaves. So, these were your word meaning. Write in clear and proper handwriting in your notebook. Complete the word meaning in your notebook. The next is answer the following question. These are your answers. Now I am explaining. First question is, what are living and non-living things? The answer is, first of all, put the heading of living things. Living things which can grow, breathe, move, respond and die are called living things. Examples, plants, animals and human being. These are living things. Now put the heading non-living things. Write the definition of non-living things. Things which cannot grow, move, breathe and die are called non-living thing. Example, book, car, cycle, table. This was your first answer. Write down in your notebook. Second question is, give the differences between natural things and man-made things. The answer is, natural things. Things that are created by nature are called natural things. Example, cloud, mountain, trees, etc. These are natural things. Next is man-made thing. Man-made things. Things that are made by people are called man-made things. Example, pen, box, sofa, etc. Third question is, what are once living things? The answer is, cut flower, fruits, fossils and dead animal are once living things. This was your first answer, third answer, not first. Question number 4. How do animal and insect breathe? It means, how do animal breathe or insect breathe? The answer is, many animals like cow, buffalo, camel, tiger breathe through their nostril. It means cow, buffalo and camel breathe through the nostril, and insect like cockroach breathe through their spiracles. Spiracles means breathe through their skin, the small holes present in the cockroach skin which is called spiracles. So cockroach breathe through their spiracles. Last question is, what do you mean by reproduction? The answer is, the process of reproduce their own kinds. It's called reproduction. Simple. What is reproduction? The process of reproduce their own kind is called reproduction. So your lesson is complete now. Word meaning and question answer just write in your notebook. Okay.